Welcome to Pimpy's Investment Chat, where we keep investment talk simple. And here's your host, Pimpy.
What is going on out there, peeps? Okay, so I was just sitting at home minding my own business, and I got a phone call, and the person said, "Hey, why are you out there hurting Nadar's feelings?" And of course, my response was,
"What the hell are you talking about?"
So I said this should be interesting, and went over and seen that Nadar made a video that he obviously wants me to respond to. Anyways, not just that, then another person hit me up and said, "Pimpy, man, I'm bored tonight. Entertain me." I was like, well, do I look like a clown? They're like, "No. Have you seen the comments under Nadar's videos?" And I go, "Good Lord, why?" They go, "Do a video and respond to them. I know this should be entertaining." Not just that. I told you I was going to do a little digging on the 12-to-1 exchange rate and get a little bit more details. Well, I have finally found all the answers I was looking for. And we'll get into that as well. So let's get started, shall we? So here is Nadar's attempt to make fun of pimping. This ought to be interesting.
Hey, good morning, Native Homeless guys. Ay. It's raining today. Hard. I almost drowned. I was going to the bank and it was like water almost to half of the car. I got scared. Anyway, listen. Let's attack somebody. We're gonna clash somebody today. Pimpy, what's wrong with you? You're making fun of me now?
Huh?
What do you mean, making fun of you? I wish you would have been a little bit more specific, but let's continue.
Pimpy, like I told you before, I just put the news what I see. I don't come out nothing from my head. So stop picking on me, please. Can you stop picking on me, please?
Aren't you the same guy that claimed that I put a towel on your head or some shit like that? I didn't do that. Nor did I pick on you. What makes you think I'm picking on you? You're actually the one content creator that I don't pick on. So I'm not sure where this is coming from. My guess is the same place where you got the whole idea that I somehow put a towel on your head, which is as crazy as could be. I'll probably just call you and bug you and try to figure out what the hell you're talking about, but let's continue.
And next time you read articles, read them right. Don't make mistakes.
I love it. Everybody feels like, finally, we got him. Pimpy made a mistake, even though I'm the one that pointed it out. But come to find out, no, I actually didn't make a mistake. The articles made the mistake. You can see in this article that I pulled from one site, it says the 12-to-1 rule was established by the Iraqi government in 2000, setting the official exchange rate at 12 Iraqi dinars for every US dollar. When I did this video, it was the other way around. It says under the 12-1 exchange policy, 1 Iraqi dinar is officially exchanged for 12 US dollars. So my record continues to be unblemished. I am still perfect. But it's funny because I kind of joked around with Carl about it. I go, "Oh, good Lord, they're going to love this. I did something wrong," or so I thought.
So what happened last night? Did you believe what I said or not? Did you agree with what I said or not? Or you just left it alone?
Well, it depends what you're talking about. Again, you got to be a little bit more specific, a little bit more detailed. Did you say something to me? I don't think we spoke last night. Was it a video? I try to catch everybody's videos, but the truth of the matter is I don't always catch them. So I'm not sure what you're talking about. I will go back and check and then let you know what I think.
I made a mistake reading. Oh, crying, baby. Anyway, listen to this. Pimpy. I remember you picked on me when I put something on, this is like 2 or 3 months ago. I put an article about how the Iraqi dinar and if everything doing good, on 2024 will be at least at 160. You remember that? And you made fun of me. And now you're coming out and you're saying, hey, 2026 will be 12-to-1. No, it will never be 12-to-1.
This is another thing me and Carl were joking about. I said, I guarantee this is what's going to happen. They're going to take the video that I made explaining that Iraq had a 12-to-1 exchange rate policy. And then they're going to try to make the false claim that I was saying that the exchange rate was going to be 12 to 1. That's not what I said. I said Iraq had multiple exchange rates, and I couldn't understand why. In that particular article, I thought it was interesting because they said they're going to consider revisiting the 12 to 1 exchange rate in 2026. So I never said that they're going to have a 12 to 1 exchange rate. I'm saying to you that they had a parallel exchange rate, a fixed exchange rate, and a dual exchange rate. And I heard about the dual exchange rate years ago, but I never could find out what it was, and I never could explain what it was until this article. So, no, I never said it was going to be 12 to 1. I'm saying for some crazy reason, Iraq has a 12 to 1 exchange rate policy, and that it's interesting that they're going to revisit it possibly at the beginning of 2026. So, no, I never said they're going to have a 12 to 1 exchange rate as an official exchange rate. Never said that.
Of course. Here's what's gonna be though. It's gonna be 350 to 1. And it's gonna play around Forex between 450 and 350.
Wait. Rewind that, what'd you say?
On 2024 will be at least at 160. Remember that? And you made fun of me.
There you go again. I think you're mistaking me for somebody else. Why would I make fun of a 160 exchange rate?
And now you're coming out and you're saying, hey, 2026 will be 12 to 1. No, it will never be 12 to 1, of course.
Again, I never said it was going to be 12 to 1.
Here's what's going to be, though. It's going to be 350 to 1.
Wait, 350 to 1? Oh, you're trying to say the exchange rate's going to be 350. Okay.
And it's going to play around Forex between 450 and 350.
And how did you come up with these numbers? Where did you get those numbers from? What did you look at that made you calculate in your head those approximate exchange rates?
It's true though, Pimpy, what I tell you. It's not, I'm not playing around. Just want to tell you this. Don't make fun of me anymore, because I can make fun of you, especially when you make mistakes reading the articles.
Nadar, the only reason why you guys even caught wind of the possibility of me making a mistake is because I came out and told everybody. And then come to find out, my record is still unblemished. It wasn't my fault. It was the way the articles were written.
All right. And if you listen, I'm not a good reader, English reader.
Hell, I'm from the United States, and I'm not a good English reader.
But if you need lessons, I can give it to you, all right? Let me know, Pimpy.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to do that, Nadar. And then I'll give you lessons on the Iraqi dinar. I think that's a fair trade. All right, here we go. Let's go in these comments. This should be interesting. Okay, I stopped following the pimp a long time ago. Mark Z has great respect for you. He urges us to follow you and gives credit for what you say. I mean, you follow Mark Z, so right away, in my eyes, there's no credibility there for you. But look, you don't have to pay attention to me. When people say I stopped following Pimpy a long time ago, no, they didn't. They say that, then all of a sudden to put comments down on things I said in recent videos. So you're still watching the videos because I'm the only one out there that brings legitimate, grounded news. I never have liked Pimple. I watched him one time for 5 minutes, and that's all I could take. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's a grifter. Okay, well, let me ask you something. Either you or whoever you think knows more than I do about the Iraqi dinar, I'd be more than happy to open up my platform and let you come on and try to prove me wrong on anything. As a matter of fact, I challenge all you guys, since there's enough of you, you guys could do the research. Go out there and go through all my videos. What have I been wrong about? Every day we got to hear Mark Z talk about, oh, the back screens and the numbers, and I feel it's going to be this weekend. And good Lord, Kyle ripped them up with a montage of videos that had me cracking up. My same impression, grift. And what exactly am I grifting? To grift is to engage in small petty or small scale swindling. So what exactly am I swindling? So bring me proof where you think I'm a grifter. Oh, Nader's a cool guy, but he's a little off his kilt if you ask me. He keeps claiming I'm making fun of him or saying things about him that I'm not. So go out there and find that thing where I put a towel on your head, would you? Because I'm curious about that. Tell him just the way it is. We don't any attention to him. You don't any attention to him? Nader, you and Pimpy should settle this with old-fashioned game of Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Dude, I have not played that game in so long, and it's funny you should mention this. About 2 days ago, I was in one of these old antique stores, and right on the damn counter was the Rock'em Sock'em Robots. That's funny you should mention that. Yeah, that's an old school game. I used to like that one a whole lot. Don't watch Pimpy. You are boots on the ground. He isn't. Oh, is he? Boots on the ground. Well, let me ask you something there. Who out there is claiming to be boots on the ground that knows more than me? Go ahead and send them my way. I'll be more than happy to bring them on the show and see what they know. Blimpy is terrible. Oh yeah? How's that? And how so? We love you, Nader and Pimpy. I love you right back. I don't care two chits about Pimpy. Oh, my feelings are hurt, you guys. Seriously. Pimpy needs to change his intro music. It sounds like he's in a Twilight Zone. Sometimes I wonder. Yeah, I wonder too sometimes, to be honest with you. I actually like the real song that is an instrumental too. It's a really good song. It's kind of catchy. Ignore Pimpy, Limpy, Dimpy. What happened to Pimpy, Skippy, Peanut Butter? Come on, you guys. Pimpy just needs attention. I never listened to him. Well, how am I going to get my attention if you don't listen to me? I don't care about the attention. People are more than welcome to go elsewhere. Pimpy has bad energy. Stay clear. We love you, Nader. Ooh. You're a good man, Nader. Screw Pimpy. Can you send me a picture first? What do you look like? 350 to 1. Yeah, that'd be nice. Hey, Pimpy, be nice to Nader. We like him. Here's the scary part. He keeps claiming that I'm being mean to him when I'm not. So I'd be curious to see and have him point out where he thinks I'm being mean to him. I mean, seriously, he accused me one time of claiming that I put a towel on his head, and I didn't. I was like, what the hell are you talking about? That's a screwed up thing. Pimpy, are you pimping for subscribers? How's this? You said January was going to be great. Are you still saying that? What's January got to do with anything, even if I did say it was great? So I'm not sure what you're trying to say in this particular statement. I didn't say anything spectacular was going to happen in January. But what I did say, in my opinion, is that we might see a slight change in the exchange rate the first quarter. That's the first 3 months of this year. Everybody mark it, because this could be your opportunity to say, Pimpy was wrong. But the whole thing about January, I don't get what your point is. Did I say it was going to be a great January? But did I explain why? It's kind of hard to understand where you're going with this if you don't say why. He also said last night that it isn't happening, but this morning went over the IRS statutes of how it will be taxed as capital gains. First of all, I never, ever said that it wasn't going to happen. I've never said that. Not ever. Amen, Nader. Don't listen to Pimpy. He don't know what he's talking about. I don't follow him at all. Well, if you don't follow me at all, then how do you know if I don't know what I'm talking about? I tell you what, you or whoever you're listening to, and I'd be more than happy to have you guys on my show, and let's see who knows more. I've been making that challenge now for years, and nobody ever comes on to debate. The hard truth of the matter is, hardly anyone follows Pimpy anymore. What do you mean? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm on the same pace as I was last time. And this time, I'm basically just talking about the dinar and hardly any other subject. So I don't know what you're talking about. I got, almost, it was about, 8,200, maybe more subscribers. And that's just me poking along. I felt like all my energy was drained from the first time I did this. It's a lot of work to build it up. And I built up quick. I quickly shot up and passed everybody up when it came to subscribers. But this time around, I just don't have the same energy. But I don't mind talking about certain things. I will get back into certain subjects coming up here real soon. So he has to try and get his name out there. I don't have to try. Everybody knows who I am. Everybody. Sometimes people find out I'm on another channel and they're like, oh my God, I've been looking for you for so long. Here I am. So here's a question for Nader. Nader, you're boots on the ground. And since you are boots on the ground for Iraq, my question to you is, what have you brought to the table? What kind of information have you been able to bring to the Dinar community that nobody else can bring since you are the boots on the ground? I notice people keep saying you're boots on the ground, but I was just curious, since you're boots on the ground, what exactly is it that you were bringing to the table? LMBO. Get him Nadar. You guys kill me. Pinky is a troll in your opinion? Well, that's your opinion. Quit being a bully, Pimpy. I'm not being a bully. How am I being a bully? Because I tell people the truth? He's a fraud.
You can't fix stupid.
You can't teach an old dog new tricks while the old dog's teaching all the other dogs the tricks. Pimpy admitted he made a mistake and read it wrong. Yeah, actually, come to find out, I knew I wasn't going crazy. When I saw that there was a difference between the two articles, I went out and made my correction, like I always do. If I make a mistake, they have it going both ways in two articles. Pimpy sounds like a surfer dude. Actually, people think I sound more like Kermit the Frog. And I used to do Kermit's voice a long time ago for children with cancer at the Children's Center in Oakland. And just because they got a kick out of it, a kid said to me, "You sound like Kermit the Frog." And I said, "Yeah, I've heard that most of my life." So I brought a frog over there and did the voice and used to entertain them. And then when I went back to see the kids, one kid that I liked, when I got there, they informed me he was no longer there and had passed away. And I said, there's no way in hell I could do this on a regular basis. God bless those nurses that go there every damn day to the Children's Cancer Center. They have little memorials pinned up in their offices of all the children that they lost. And just seeing it broke my heart. So I just knew one. Well, I didn't really know him. I mean, we're pretty good acquaintances, just one kid. And found out he passed away. And that messed me up emotionally. So that was the end of that whole situation. Pimpy hasn't been right yet? What do you mean? I'm always right. What have I been wrong about? That's the bigger question. There's so many of you out there. The whole I hate Pimpy army. You guys have access to all my videos. Go through there, pull out the things where you guys think I'm wrong. Say, "Here, Pimpy, remember you said this? You were wrong about that." And then bring it back. LOL, back off Pimpy. We got your back, Nadar. Oh, Nadar's a big boy. He can do just fine. He's just super sensitive and he thinks everything is always negative about him. That's kind of freaky. Pimpy isn't even from there. And why does he care? He said he doesn't believe in the RV. There again, I've never, ever said that. Not ever. Yeah, he makes a ton of money talking about it. I'm referring to Iraq, not the ridiculous global RV. Yeah, well, Gina, what do you mean by makes a ton of money? I don't make a ton of money off this. I love how people assume they know my financial situation just for talking on YouTube. Although on my other channel, I did make a killing, but I didn't hide it. I told everybody how much I made. It was unbelievable. Pimpy likes attention. It just depends on who it comes from. They all love attention. Nadar, I thought you said you got HCL paid a couple of months ago. Yeah, somebody else asked me about this saying, "Hey, no, you're wrong, Pimpy. Nadar's getting HCL money." I was like, what the hell are you talking about? Do you guys understand what the hydrocarbon law is? Why would somebody get money for that? So I was going to ask Nadar about it so he can explain it because there might be something I'm missing. Nadar, why are you getting money for the HCL if you don't mind me asking? Picking on Wimpy again. This Wimpy thing, he knows everything about Dinar. Ever notice that he don't talk about the Bitcoin much now? Well, there's a reason for it. And I'll be talking about it again. I do know everything about the Dinar. I challenge anybody out there in the Dinar community to come on and see who knows the most. They don't know more than I do. It's been that way for years. When I got on, I heard people just regurgitating news, which I do too, but they can't even explain what the articles mean, which is just crazy to me. Nadar, I saw Pimpy making fun of us all on another program yesterday. I wanted to have some fun and made a long comment on his last clip. I guess he didn't think it was funny. I don't know. I have to read it. You guys don't understand. I don't usually go through and read your comments until I go to make a video about it. So when I go to make a video about it, I'll see your comment. What, you think you're going to hurt my feelings by something that you said? The likelihood of that happening is like never, okay? And yet this morning he was telling everyone how it will be taxed as capital gains. What it changed in 12 hours? What was changed in 12 hours? It's like somebody coming out and go, well, then he said it was going to be black. Can you believe that? We're like, what are you talking about? What's going to be black? Does that make any sense? And then he came out this morning and told everybody we're going to be taxed as capital gains. Yeah. In case you missed it, I was on the live show with Carl and Delta. I thought you guys might be interested in knowing the truth about the taxes, and so I shared it with you. Caprioni is just as bad as Pimpy. Caprioni is an idiot, all right? He goes around talking shit about people, but he has nothing to bring to the table. Who would listen to a frog anyway? Kermit? Kermit might listen to it, but this is what I was talking about. Yeah, I do sound like Kermit the Frog. I don't have a problem with it. You guys act like that's a bad thing. Oh, he sounds like Kermit the Frog. Okay. Pimpster turned me off a long time ago. He got his narrative and sticking to it. Yeah, of course, because that's the truth. Come on, you guys, with all the people you listen to and all the people you talk to, I'm challenging you. Listen to me. I'm challenging you. This will be your chance to be the hero to the whole Dinar community. This is your chance. Find a individual who's willing to come on the show and have a conversation about the Iraqi dinar. You know what's going to happen? Nothing. Because the people you listen to can't challenge me. I watched Pimpy once and thought he was missing a couple of screws. Not just a couple, quite a few actually. I can't stand Pimpy. Unsubscribe from him, but still listens to my videos. Pimpy and Melanie Hines both. Melanie is a con artist, and I think everyone is starting to figure her out too. There you go. Brian said it best. Simple. Stop listening. That's what they always say. We're not listening to you no more. But yeah, they are, because then they'll turn around and make comments about something I did in a recent video, which is just funny to me. I want you to say, I just don't agree with you, and stop making a big deal about it. Anyway, speaking of, I did find the answers that I was curious about when it came to the 12-1 exchange rate. I love how everybody out there says, Pimpy says the exchange rate's going to be 12-1. That's how I know you need to listen more. And that's probably why you think I'm saying something that you don't like, because you didn't listen to it properly the first time. So here we go. So I wanted to know who the entities that were involved with the 12-1 exchange rate. Said the 12-1 exchange rate policy was implemented by Iraq government in collaboration with several international organizations, including the UNDP and the Central Bank of Iraq. These entities played a crucial role in the successful implementation of the policy, providing technical assistance, expertise, and financial support. The IMF also played a role in monitoring the implementation of the 12-1 exchange rate policy and providing guidance on the best practices for managing the Iraqi dinar. Collaboration between the Iraqi government and international organizations demonstrates the importance of a coordinated approach to implementing economic reform in post-conflict countries. So, these were the organizations that were all involved. So, what was the purpose of the 12-1 exchange rate? The primary purpose of the UNDP's use of Iraq's 12-1 exchange rate policy was to support the country's economic recovery and development following the Gulf War and the subsequent sanctions imposed on Iraq. The 12-1 exchange rate policy was implemented by the Iraqi government in 2000, which fixed the Iraqi dinar exchange rate at 12 dinars per US dollar. So here, this article is saying 12 dinars for every dollar. The other article is saying 12 US dollars for every dinar. This policy aimed to stabilize the Iraqi economy and attract foreign investment by providing a fixed and predictable exchange rate. So what were the benefits of UNDP's use of Iraqi's 12-1 exchange rate policy? Economic stability, inflation control, encouraging exports, aid disbursement. The UNDP used the 12-1 exchange rate policy to distribute international aid effectively and transparently. By fixing the exchange rate, the UNDP could ensure that aid money was converted to local currency at the consistent rate, making it easier to track and manage the allowance for resources. The other question I had is, how does the 12-1 exchange rate work? This is the policy. Under the 12-1 exchange rate policy, the Central Bank of Iraq set a fixed exchange rate between the Iraqi dinar and a basket of currencies. The main currencies include in the basket were the US dollar, the euro, and the British pound. The CBI was responsible for maintaining the value of the Iraqi dinar within a narrow band of this fixed rate. To achieve this, the CBI would buy and sell the dinar in foreign exchange markets to ensure that the exchange rate did not deviate significantly from the fixed rate. Additionally, the Central Bank of Iraq would intervene in the market by buying and selling foreign currency reserves to stabilize the exchange rate and prevent excessive fluctuations. And in this next paragraph it says, the Iraqi population did not have access to Iraq's 12-1 exchange rate policy due to several factors, including economic sanctions, political instability, and complex financial system. So sanctions. One of the primary reasons for the lack of access to Iraq's 12-1 exchange rate policy was the economic sanctions imposed on Iraq by the United Nations in 1990s. These sanctions were in response to Iraq's invasion of Kuwait in 1990 and aimed at crippling the Iraqi economy. The sanctions severely restricted Iraq's ability to conduct international trade and access foreign currencies. The sanctions had a significant impact on the Iraqi population, leading to the sharp decline in living standard and widespread poverty. The lack of foreign currency severely limited the government's ability to import essential goods and services, including food, medicine, and infrastructure repairs. Yeah, we know that, but at least they're starting to work on it now. Political instability was another reason why the Iraqi people did not have access to the 12-1 exchange rate. Complex financial system. Iraq's financial system is complex with multiple exchange rates and regulations in place. I know of 3 exchange rates at least. The 12-1 exchange rate policy was a parallel market exchange rate, which meant that it was not the official exchange rate set by the Iraqi bank. This parallel market created a separate financial system, making it difficult for the general public to access information about the 12-1 exchange rate policy. I wonder why so many of you guys out there think that I don't know what I'm talking about, because you don't listen. Seriously. I never said the exchange rate is going to be 12-1 in the year 2026. I said the article that talks about the 12-1 exchange rate, I found it interesting because they're talking about revisiting that in 2026. What I'm curious about is if they're going to finally allow the Iraqi people to have access to that 12-1 exchange rate, or is it just going to be used for other purposes like it was last time? Anyways, that's it for now. You guys let me know what you think. I'll catch you later. I am out.